Mello.
What up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Neighborhood Picks. Boston, Golden State NBA Finals, Game 6. We are underway. What's the deal, kid?
I smell it tonight.
Yo,
I
listen,
smell the banner going up tonight.
Mel. Before we get into Game 6, let's review Game 5 a little bit. I didn't like it at all from the Boston point of view. I felt like they were never in it. They were crying the whole time. I know they weren't getting the best calls, but I just felt like I didn't feel good. They haven't played a dominant game yet this series. That's what worries me. What'd you see from your squad?
I just seen that the wins are set at them. They're done. I don't see no fight.
Yeah. Well,
turnovers, no nothing.
All right. Let's get into the basket.
Remember, they had the third quarter.
Right.
They had the third quarter. They could have just held them and had the fourth, but they let loose in the fourth on them.
Well, Boston beat Golden State in the third quarter. Steph Curry went 0 for 9 from downtown, and Golden State still won. So, now, as a guy that took Boston in the series, here's what I'm hanging on to. Boston has not lost 3 games in a row since December of 2021. That's number one. Number two, they've been down 3-2 this year in the playoffs to the Greek Freak. And I think they're more dominant than Golden State, and they beat Milwaukee down 2-3. So I feel that we got to forget about winning 2. They got to go into Boston tonight and actually play harder than the Warriors, and they have to out-heart them. There's no defensive scheme that nobody hasn't seen yet. When they blitzed Steph Curry, everybody else beat him last game. When they didn't blitz him, Steph beat him, but it was closer. I think they got to mix up the coverages. You can't just blitz Curry all night or play off him all night. A bad job by Udoka again. He stayed with the same fucking coverage all game.
Back to your litigations. They weren't supposed to lose back-to-back games.
Right.
Okay, it was supposed to go 1-1, 1-1, 1-1,
right.
Like it was supposed to.
Right.
That ain't happened.
Well, it's the first time that they lost back-to-back games.
Okay, so that's the first time. There's a first time for everything. You ready for the next first time for everything?
What?
They beat all these 3-2 teams, all this, that. Golden State's a different team.
Okay.
It's not happening. The margin for error is way less over here. You know, I think their time has ran out. I think they were 3-2 here, 3-2 here, and this one ain't going to be 3-2 here, buddy. This is a wrap.
Oh, well, I got another stat for you that you could put in your pipe and smoke.
They go out the window, stats.
Boston is also 3-0 in elimination games this postseason. They beat Milwaukee twice and Miami in Game 7. So it's not like they don't have heart. You know they got heart. They're just inconsistent.
And all the heart in the world. That's great. Just not doing it tonight, bro. So it's over. Celebrating in goal, and Golden State is celebrating in goal.
You know what, Mel? I want to get into like actual players and how I would grade them for this series. I want to talk about a guy, and whenever you have a guy you want to like touch on and what you think, feel free to tell me and whatever you want to talk about. I want to talk about Marcus Smart for a second because Marcus Smart is one of my favorite players. I love him. All-star, borderline all-star some nights. Well respected around the league, but he's consistently shown that he's not a natural instinctive point guard like the point gods.
No, he's not. He's a great defender and a great heart guy.
That's
Scrappy.
it. You know,
That's it. The talent is not there.
Marcus Smart would be a fucking tremendous second unit guard on a championship team. He just is missing a little something as far as like a real good point guard.
He can't really shoot that good. He really can't shoot that good.
He's a great player.
He's a great player.
He reminds me of a guy that could have been on the '94 Knicks.
He's a great player. Yeah, and just like that, the '94 Knicks didn't get it done either.
Oh,
so,
fuck
yeah,
you, Mel.
But I'm just saying, he's not. You know, he's not good, bro. You want to talk about backcourt? You know, Steph wins that.
You know what? There was a reason why they brought in Kyrie Irving, and then they tried Kemba.
Talk about that, guys. I want to talk about one. Let's talk about Game 6 Clay.
Fuck Game 6 Clay. You know what? I hope he breaks his fucking schnoz tonight. I'm sick of hearing Game 6.
Game 6 Clay is a real deal, like your little shenanigans and your analytics here.
Okay.
Game 6 Clay.
Okay, Clay has had some flashback Game 6 moments. This year, he had 30 in that Game 6. I think it was against Memphis, was it? He had 30 in a Game 6 against Memphis. Even 3 years ago, hey, you want to hear a funny stat on Klay Thompson? 3 years ago, when he tore his ACL in that game, it was Game 6. Guess how many points he had when he went down?
28.
30. He really is Game 6 Clay, this fucking guy. And the reason why he first got that name was when Golden State was down 3-2 against the Thunder, when bitch-ass Durant, the last season in 2016 before he left, Game 6 Clay, he had 41 points on 11 threes in Game 6 to force it to a Game 7. That's where he originally got his nickname.
Oh, well, that nickname is going to come through tonight, and he's going to drop 32 tonight.
Well, I got, you know what? I'm into numbers today. I feel like a fucking analytics nerd. Let me tell you something, Mr. Cocky Golden State guy. Despite all this shit about Clay, he's still only shooting 38% from the floor this series. He hasn't exactly been old school Clay. So
that's cool.
He could easily go 0 for fucking 40 tonight.
We're all stats go out the window tonight. It's just one game. Kirby shot 35% for 5 games. We don't give a rat's ass what he did for 5 games. I need you to come out and get me 30 tonight, and the rest is history, baby.
You know what, Mel?
Do you not see it, bro? Remember I told you this fucking a while ago. DNA. Championship DNA.
Yo.
You cannot teach it. You cannot coach it. It is there. That's them. They are the championship DNA.
It is championship DNA. That's what I'm worried about, because I look back into my own comments over the last couple of years. I used to say Jaylen Brown doesn't have it, great talent, but he choked. I saw Kyle Korver dominate him. And then earlier this year, in the beginning of the year, I was telling somebody, they were asking me what I thought about Tatum, and I said, he'll be like Tracy McGrady. He'll never win anything, but he'll be a good scorer. And here I am with all my faith in these guys, and now I'm doubting because I'm thinking about things I said in the past.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. These are good little learning things for these guys. You know, they're a bunch of young guys. The Celtics, mark my words, will be in the finals, again.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? They'll be back again.
Can I tell you something? I've read so much cool stuff. That's why I'm keep going on these numbers, because I know you'll like this shit too. Guess how many points Jason Tatum has total in the fourth quarters of the whole series? Every fourth quarter, 5 fourth quarters. Guess how many points he has?
9, 10,
12.
Okay.
12 points in 5 fucking quarters. The most important one. That's a telltale right there. That's it right there.
But a lot of that is like, if we got to do it now because it's almost over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That 12 points is because they're down, or they're not moving as a good team, and somebody else is not hitting shots. That 12 might be dangerous. He might be better off getting 8 and having somebody else get a couple of buckets, not forcing it, not turning the ball over.
I'd like to see. You know what? I really honestly think the best, most dangerous dude on Boston, I think it's Jaylen Brown. I really mean that.
I think he is too.
I would like to see Jaylen Brown go for 40.
He's inconsistent.
But Jaylen Brown could shoot it. If he gets to the hole a little bit more, I haven't seen Jaylen Brown going to the hole as much as Tatum. Maybe Jaylen Brown get going to the basket tonight.
Yeah. But, again, these guys, are young, bro. This is good learning for them, man. They'll be back.
Well, hold your horses there, Honcho, because the series is not over. It's 3-2, and I still have a funny feeling that Draymond and Clay are gonna fucking stink together one night, and Wiggins might come back down to earth a little bit. See, here's what I think, Mel. I don't agree with playing one style of defense. I think all the tricks are out the window, because We saw when they guarded Steph tight, when they guarded Steph honest, and they were playing the screens kind of normal. He torched them, but nobody else beat them. They were close games for the most part. Then when they did that face guard and Steph by half court and 4-on-4 with the floor spread out, Wiggins went to the basket and killed them. So I think that they just got to play more straight up and just outplay them. I don't think there's going to be a lot of tricks tonight. They're in Boston. Tonight is who's better.
Tonight is H and H.
What's that?
Heart and hustle.
Right. It's going to come down to heart.
Heart and hustle, because they don't play each other. Everybody knows who's this, who wants it more.
You know what?
I gotta go back to the champion DNA.
And we gotta pay attention to the benches. Jordan Poole, Gary Payton II played good games the other night. Looney plays good now off the bench. Like I didn't see anything from White and Williams. The bench can't be absent tonight for Boston if they're gonna have any chance. White and Williams got to play good.
Yeah, they got to play good. But
you know what I would do, Mel? I would leave Robert Williams on the floor as long as possible. We need that kid in the game for rim protection.
Yeah, he's all right.
When Andrew Wiggins went to the rim,
he's just like, what do you call it? Pure natural just talent. Like,
yeah.
He's kind of. His IQ for basketball ain't that smart.
But every time Andrew Wiggins went to that rim last game, Robert Williams was not in the game. They need that rim protector. Al Horford can't jump anymore. Al Horford's like 37 years old. He's a good player, kind of, but he can't jump. We need Robert Williams in the game more. I would play him more than Horford.
I would too, but like I said, we gotta go back to the championship DNA, dog.
Yeah.
I think my boys got a little bit more in the tank tonight. Who's gonna want it more? Hold on, my garage is opening.
It's all right. You know what? I feel like the Boston crowd. And here's the thing. We're not talking about. If Boston, I don't know why. I think Boston got a little nervous in the series because they're turning the ball over at a tremendous rate. If they just clean that up, they'll win tonight.
Yeah, but then you can't take that away from, their defense. Golden State's playing some pretty good defense out there.
But a lot of these turnovers, an NBA player should be able to control turnovers. Like, I think they got to tighten up.
Yeah, they got to tighten up, And that's why I said tonight comes down to H and H, heart and hustle, baby. Nothing else.
Yeah.
We all know who's going to do what. We all know how they're going to play. Who wants it the most? Does Boston want to go home or what?
And you know what, Mel? We said that the second best player on Golden State had to be better than Brown because we counted Tatum as being like almost equal to Steph Curry, which hasn't even been close. But Wiggins really stepped up these last couple games. He's been better than Jaylen Brown. I'm proud of Wiggins.
Yeah, me too. I heard something Wiggins said that kind of stuck with me that I ain't heard nobody else say. Wiggins said, hey, I need my daughter to say that her dad is a champion.
Wow, he said that?
He said that.
Yeah.
So for that, bro, that tells me
that's motivation.
He's coming tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boston is the favorite on the betting line. Boston's 3.5 points favorite because they're home.
Yeah, but that's the home court. That's
right.
Home court.
That's his home court.
Right. So
yeah.
That ain't nothing. That's why they made it so low. Because if they're really the favorite, they'd have them favored by 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of signs that are pointing to Golden State just taking them out. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they combine average 7.3 field goals per game in the restricted area. That means at the rim. You listening?
Yeah.
Guess what they're averaging together in the finals? 7.3 field goals in the regular season in the restricted area. Guess what they're averaging this series?
4.
3.8. You're a fucking genius, Mel.
Yeah,
3.8. It cut in half. They're not getting to the rim. The Celtics are only scoring 98 points a game per 100 possessions. 82 point.
So you take too much away from the Golden State defense.
Yeah, you're right. These are bad numbers. The Celtics made more than 37% of their three-pointers, which is a good number. And you would assume that bad shooting was the culprit, but it's not. They're shooting the ball decent from deep. But you want to hear something really bad? You ready for this one?
Turnovers, bro. Turnovers come from being not mentally sharp.
Well, you just threw me a fucking alley-oop. You ready for this stat?
Yeah.
The Celtics have allowed 103 points off turnovers just in this series. 103 points off turnovers. They're giving the games away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on, bro.
I'm going to lose my money on fucking turnovers.
Because why did they turn the ball over like that against Miami? Why did they turn the ball over like against the other team? Freaking them. No.
Yeah.
They're playing against a team that's been together. They've been together for years, bro, these guys.
You're right. You're right.
These guys are champions, man. These guys know each other's families. They're not just, hey, what's up, buddy? You're on the team? Oh, okay. You play for us this year? Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? These guys are family, bro.
Hey, Mel, to put it in perspective, how bad that number is, 103 points off turnovers. If they just give up 12 more points off turnovers, they'll break the record in only 6 games.
Right.
The most points ever off turnovers is 115 in 7-game series. They got 103 in 5 games. That just goes to show you right there.
Right, that's the fact. That's the stat right there. That's winning the series right there.
I'm like fucking Tony Reale. I got all the stats today, Mel.
Yeah, listen. Turnovers come from being tired, and when you're tired, you're mentally out of it. You turn the ball over. You're not in it.
Yeah, I don't know how they could be mentally out of it going for a championship, but I don't know.
Because they've never been there before. They don't know what it feels like.
Yeah. So, here's what we have in the Celtics, Mel. We have a team that's shooting the 3 ball very well, and they're unable to score at the rim. You never see that. They have not scored at the rim.
Right, because Golden State's running them off that line pretty good, brother.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Points, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mel. I agree.
They're taking a lot of 3-point shots, so if the percentage is up, okay, whatever. But they're still taking 30 a game, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
State's running them off that line pretty good, I tell you.
Yeah. And
that's why they're forcing Tatum to take them gay-ass one-legged shots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I saw him warming up with the one leg, I said, oh, shit, we're in trouble. He's got to get to that basket the right way. He's got to go forceful. You're not going to get calls fading.
I'll tell you another thing, Nooch. When the game starts at 9, the 8 o'clock, they got the pregame.
Right.
If I'm watching pregame, I can tell you right from pregame if he's going to have a good game or not, just by the way he's warming up.
I saw the same shit. When you were calling me about Curry, and I saw the same thing. Then when I was watching Tatum do 8 one-legged fadeaways like Dirk, I said, is that what he plans on doing tonight? No good.
No good.
No bueno.
That's what I'm saying. This is game 7. If you ain't got a full fucking sweat going during pregame, bro.
Yeah, you got to come in like Mike fucking Tyson, full glisten when you get on the court.
Damn right. And if they're not, Nooch, they're not ready, bro. They're not going to be ready.
Well, here's what it comes down to, Mel. For the Celtics to have any chance at a championship, they got to come out and they got to kick Golden State's ass tonight. They got to kick their ass tonight. Would not worry about Game 7. They got to come out in Boston and kick their ass.
That's what they got to do, but I just don't see it happen. I think they're going to get rattled when it gets close. It's going to be a close game. It's not going to be no blowout. It's going to be a close game. They're going to get rattled towards the end, and something's going to happen to them, and that's going to be over. Golden State wins by 10 tonight, bro. Yeah.
Tatum and Brown shot 25% from the field in the 4th quarter, and they were 2 of 9 last game. And,
yeah, that's money time.
That's money time, man. That's money time. Yeah.
It's money time, baby. When you're not doing nothing like that, bro, that's a problem.
Hey, too bad. Well, I'm still gonna keep my hopes up. But you know what I wanted to talk about real quick? How cool would it have been? We missed out on before we wrap up. I just want to talk about 2 things that I feel in the last 20 years that we missed out on as basketball fans. I feel like we missed out on LeBron, Kobe in the finals against each other. I feel like when Kobe was getting there every year as a 30-year-old and 31-year-old, LeBron could have easily got there, but he got beat by a weak Orlando team. I always wanted to see that Magic Bird-type finals, Kobe against LeBron. I feel we got cheated out of that as fans, but I think we got cheated out of an even better one this year.
Well, only time gonna tell.
No, I got to tell you who I think it is. I want to tell you something. Do you know, imagine, hey Mel, what are you doing? What are you, in a fire or something? What's going on back there?
What's that?
I hear a lot of noise. What's going on over there?
Oh, I'm driving.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, last one before we go. Imagine if the Brooklyn Nets and punk-ass Kevin Durant had actually gone through the East. He would have been playing against his old team in the finals. It would have been Curry and the boys against the guy that left them, but they couldn't win the fucking game against Boston.
I'm glad it worked out the way it did, because that just goes to show you what a character that guy could have.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
Show is right, baby. That's at least a half-hour show right there.
We're gonna leave everybody with that one, and I want everybody to enjoy Game 6 tonight. And I'm going on record. Boston will come back, and they will not lose 3 games in a row, because that's not what they do. They're going to beat Golden State's ass, and it's going to go 7, just like I said before Game 1. Listen to Uncle Nooch. Mel, you don't think it's going 7?
No, sir.
Mel, you got Golden State. You could play it safe and say that maybe it'll go. No, you're saying tonight?
No, sir. I'm going straight for the gut, baby. We
wow.
Going for their head tonight.
Wow. Now, I already owe you 20 on the PayPal. I feel like doubling up, baby. I don't know.
Hey, you can do whatever you want. I'm playing with house money right now. Double it up then.
You know what? I'll call you way before tip. We'll talk about this privately.
No worries.
All right. Yo, listen, I'm going to put this up, and I'll talk to you well before Game 6, all right?
Yes, sir. You know it.
Neighborhood picks, brother.
Neighborhood picks, fellas. Neighborhood picks, baby. Let's go.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
All right, Nooch.
Later.